Understanding and discerning this divine guidance is essential for navigating life's twists and turns. It requires tuning our hearts and minds to the frequency of the sacred, allowing us to perceive the subtle whispers of the divine amidst the clamor of the world. God's voice speaks to us through various channels, from the sacred texts of Scripture to the serendipitous encounters of everyday life. It is present in the gentle nudges of intuition, the synchronicities that seem too perfect to be mere coincidence, and the profound moments of clarity that illuminate our path. Yet, attuning ourselves to God's voice requires more than just passive listening. It demands active engagement and spiritual discipline. Through prayer, meditation, and reflection, we create space within ourselves to receive and interpret the messages that God imparts. Moreover, cultivating a receptive heart is crucial in discerning God's voice amidst the cacophony of competing voices vying for our attention. It requires humility, surrender, and a willingness to relinquish our own agendas in favor of aligning with the divine will. Ultimately, embracing divine guidance is an act of faith, a surrendering of our own understanding in favor of trusting in a higher wisdom. It is an acknowledgement that we are not alone in our journey, but rather held and guided by a loving and benevolent presence that seeks our highest good. In the end, as we learn to heed the voice of God and follow where it leads, we find ourselves walking a path illuminated by divine light, a path that leads not only to fulfillment and purpose, but ultimately to union with the source of all love and wisdom. Divine whispers. Embracing God's guidance in the chaos of life. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it's easy to get lost in the noise, the never-ending to-do lists, the constant demands of work and family, the distractions that pull us in 100 different directions. Yet, amidst this chaos, there exists a quiet, persistent voice, the voice of God, gently beckoning us to listen, to pause, to pay attention. Divine whispers are all around us, if only we have the ears to hear them. They come in the form of unexpected moments of clarity, the sudden realization of a truth long overlooked, the serendipitous encounters that seem to be orchestrated by something greater than chance. They are the breadcrumbs that lead us back to ourselves, back to our true purpose and calling. God's voice, understanding divine messages in everyday life. I apologize for misunderstanding your request earlier. Here's the text in English. God's voice, understanding divine messages in everyday life. In our world filled with noise and hustle, it's challenging to hear the quiet voice of God. However, believers assert that God speaks to us every day, using various means and methods to convey His messages. Tuning into His voice is key to communion with God and understanding His will. God's voice may manifest through various events and circumstances in our lives. These could be unexpected encounters, moments of inspiration, or even challenging trials we endure. Some believe that God speaks through His Word, the Scriptures, which can shed light on our own life situations and problems. To hear God's voice, we need to learn to be attentive to the signs He sends us daily. It might be a moment of inspiration during prayer, a sense of confidence or peace when making an important decision, or even words of encouragement from loved ones that come at just the right moment. It's also important to understand that God's voice may be heard differently for different people. Some may sense it through inner conviction or tranquility, while others through external events or even dreams. The key here is to be open and ready to accept God's message in whatever form He chooses. To better hear God's voice, we also need to dedicate time to prayer and reflection. Meditation and silence can help us detach from the world's noise and focus on God's voice within us. Connecting with God requires effort and dedication, but the reward is a deep sense of peace and confidence in His will. Finally, it's important to remember that God's voice will never contradict His character and word. He speaks to us out of love and care, to guide us on the path of truth and goodness. Therefore, trust and faith in God are crucial elements of our relationship with Him and understanding His messages in our lives. Divine guidance, navigating life's path through God's voice. In the midst of life's chaos and uncertainties, finding clarity and direction can often feel like an elusive pursuit. However, many believe that amidst the noise, there exists a still, small voice, the voice of God, guiding us along our journey. But listening to God's voice requires more than just physical ears. It requires an open heart, a receptive spirit. It means setting aside our preconceived notions and agendas and being willing to be led by a wisdom that is greater than our own. It means surrendering control and trusting in the divine plan, even when it leads us down paths we never would have chosen for ourselves. Divine whispers often come in the moments when we least expect them, in the quiet of the early morning hours, in the midst of a bustling city street, in the solitude of nature's embrace. They are the still, small voice that speaks to us in moments of prayer and meditation, in times of joy and sorrow, in the depths of our darkest nights and the heights of our brightest days. And as we learn to tune our hearts to the frequency of the divine, we begin to see that God's guidance is always there, always available to us, if only we have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. It is a guiding light in the midst of darkness, a beacon of hope in the midst of despair, a source of strength and courage in the face of adversity. So let us not be afraid to listen for the whispers of God, even in the midst of life's chaos and confusion. For in those quiet moments of stillness and surrender, we may just find the guidance and direction we so desperately seek, and discover in the process a deeper connection to the source of all love and wisdom. Divine revelations, unveiling God's messages in the tapestry of life. Life unfolds like a vast tapestry, woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and tribulation. Yet, amidst the intricate patterns of our existence, there exists a divine hand guiding each stitch, a whispering voice threading through the fabric of our days, the voice of God, speaking to us in the language of the heart. Divine revelations come in myriad forms, each a sacred invitation to awaken to the presence of the divine in our lives. They may arrive as synchronicities that defy logic, as moments of profound insight that pierce through the veil of illusion, or as the gentle stirrings of intuition guiding us along the path of our true purpose. But recognizing these divine messages requires more than mere observation. It demands a willingness to see beyond the surface of reality, to delve into the depths of our own souls in search of truth. It means surrendering our attachments to the material world and opening ourselves to the vastness of the spiritual realm. Divine revelations often come when we least expect them, in the hush of a sunrise, in the laughter of a child, in the embrace of a loved one. They are the whispers of the wind, the songs of the birds, the dance of sunlight on water, each a sacred reminder of the interconnectedness of all life. And as we attune ourselves to the frequency of the divine, we begin to see that every moment, every experience is infused with the presence of God. We come to understand that life itself is a divine revelation, a testament to the infinite wisdom and boundless love that animates the universe. So let us open our hearts to the divine revelations that surround us, to the messages of love and guidance that are woven into the very fabric of our existence. For in doing so, we may just discover that the tapestry of life is more beautiful, more intricate, and more wondrous than we could ever imagine, and that the voice of God is ever present, ever loving, and ever ready to lead us home. Divine guidance, navigating life's journey with God's compass. Life is a journey, filled with twists and turns, peaks and valleys, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. In the midst of this ever-changing landscape, it can be easy to lose our way, to feel adrift in a sea of uncertainty. Yet, amidst the chaos, there exists a guiding light, the steady beacon of God's presence, illuminating our path and leading us toward our true destination. Divine guidance is like a compass, pointing us in the direction of our highest good. It speaks to us through the whispers of intuition, the gentle nudges of conscience, and the synchronicities that seem to defy explanation. It is the inner knowing that arises when we align ourselves with the divine will, the sense of peace that settles in our hearts when we trust in a higher power. But navigating by this divine compass requires more than just passive obedience. It demands an active engagement with the world around us, a willingness to listen deeply and respond authentically to the promptings of the Spirit. It means cultivating a relationship with God built on trust, surrender, and an unwavering faith in the goodness of the universe. Divine guidance often comes in unexpected ways, in the form of a chance encounter, a serendipitous opportunity, or a seemingly random event that turns out to be anything but random. It is the voice that speaks to us in the silence of meditation, the wisdom that emerges from the depths of our own souls, the love that permeates every aspect of our existence. And as we learn to listen to this divine guidance, to follow its lead wherever it may take us, we discover that we are never truly alone on our journey. We are held in the loving embrace of a benevolent universe, guided by a wisdom that transcends our understanding and empowered to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. So let us trust in the guidance of the divine compass, allowing it to lead us ever onward toward our highest destiny. For in doing so, we may just find that the journey itself is the destination, and that every step we take is guided by the loving hand of God. Divine Whispers. Embracing God's guidance in the symphony of life. Life is like a grand symphony, with each moment contributing its unique note to the ever-unfolding melody of existence. Yet, amidst the cacophony of sounds that surround us, there exists a divine harmony, the gentle whispers of God's guidance, guiding us through the complexities of our journey. Divine whispers are the subtle cues that nudge us in the right direction, the soft murmurings of intuition that lead us toward our true purpose. They are the moments of clarity that pierce through the fog of uncertainty, the serendipitous encounters that remind us we are not alone on our path. But tuning into these divine whispers requires more than just attentive listening. It demands a willingness to quiet the noise of our own thoughts and fears, to attune our hearts to the frequency of the divine. It means cultivating a deep trust in the wisdom of the universe and surrendering to the guidance that flows through us and around us. Divine whispers often come in the moments of stillness, in the quiet of meditation, the solitude of nature, or the hush of early morning. They are the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind, the soothing rhythm of waves on the shore, the song of birds at dawn, each a sacred reminder of the beauty and wonder of creation. And as we learn to listen to these divine whispers, to follow their lead wherever they may take us, we discover that we are guided by a love that is infinite and unconditional. We come to understand that every moment is an opportunity to connect with the divine, and that every step we take is guided by the hand of God. So let us open our hearts to the divine whispers that surround us, to the guidance that is always available to us if only we have the ears to hear. For in doing so, we may just find that life itself is a symphony of love, and that each of us has a vital part to play in the grand orchestra of creation. Divine illumination, finding clarity in God's guidance. In the labyrinth of life, where uncertainty lurks around every corner, finding clarity can feel like grasping at shadows. Yet, amidst the darkness, there shines a guiding light, the luminous presence of God's guidance, offering clarity and direction to those who seek it. Divine illumination is like a beacon cutting through the fog of confusion, illuminating the path ahead with its radiant glow. It whispers to us in the depths of our soul, urging us to trust in the unfolding of divine timing and to surrender to the wisdom of the universe. But embracing this divine illumination requires more than just passive acceptance. It demands a willingness to step into the unknown, to relinquish the need for control, and to trust in the inherent goodness of the universe. It means opening our hearts to the possibility that there is a higher purpose at work, guiding us toward our true destiny. Divine illumination often comes in moments of stillness, in the quiet of meditation, the beauty of nature, or the depths of our own inner silence. It is the gentle whisper that stirs our soul, the intuitive knowing that arises when we align with the divine flow of life. And as we learn to listen to this divine illumination, to follow its lead wherever it may take us, we discover that we are never truly alone on our journey. We are supported by a loving presence that surrounds us at every moment, guiding us with infinite wisdom and grace. So let us embrace the divine illumination that shines within us, allowing it to lead us toward a life of greater purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. For in doing so, we may just find that the answers we seek have been within us all along, waiting to be illuminated by the light of divine guidance. Divine compass, navigating life's seas with God's guidance. Life is akin to a vast ocean, with its ebbs and flows, its calm waters and stormy seas. In the midst of this vast expanse, we navigate our journey, seeking direction and purpose. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, there exists a steadfast guide, the divine compass of God's guidance, leading us safely through life's tumultuous waters. The divine compass is our North Star, a constant beacon of light in the darkness, guiding us toward our true destination. It speaks to us through the whispers of our intuition, the signs and synchronicities that litter our path, and the deep knowing that resides within our hearts. But following this divine compass requires more than just passive observation. It demands active engagement, a willingness to surrender to the currents of divine will and trust in the unfolding of our journey. It means relinquishing the need for control and allowing ourselves to be guided by a wisdom greater than our own. Divine guidance often manifests in unexpected ways, in the form of a chance encounter, a sudden revelation, or a serendipitous event that alters the course of our lives. It is the quiet voice that speaks to us in moments of reflection, the inner knowing that arises when we attune ourselves to the rhythm of the universe. And as we learn to trust in the guidance of the divine compass, we discover that we are never truly adrift in the vast expanse of life. We are guided by a loving presence that knows our deepest desires and aspirations and seeks to lead us toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. So let us set our sails to the winds of divine guidance, allowing the compass of our hearts to lead us toward our true north. For in following the guidance of the divine compass, we may just find that the journey itself is the destination, and that every twist and turn is part of a greater plan unfolding before us. Divine roadmap, charting life's course with God's wisdom. Life is a journey, a winding road that stretches out before us, full of twists and turns, ups and downs. Along this journey, we often find ourselves searching for direction, for a roadmap to guide us through the unknown terrain of the future. Fortunately, amidst the uncertainty, there exists a divine roadmap, a blueprint crafted by the hand of God, offering us guidance and illumination on our path. The divine roadmap is a testament to the wisdom and love of the universe, a roadmap that speaks to us through the whispers of our intuition, the signs and symbols that litter our path, and the deep knowing that resides within our souls. But navigating by this divine roadmap requires more than just following a set of directions. It demands a willingness to trust in the unseen, to surrender to the flow of divine will, and to embrace the journey with an open heart and mind. Divine guidance often reveals itself in unexpected ways, in the form of a chance encounter, a sudden insight, or a serendipitous event that alters the course of our lives. It is the quiet voice that speaks to us in moments of reflection, the inner knowing that arises when we align ourselves with the rhythm of the universe. And as we learn to trust in the guidance of the divine roadmap, we discover that we are never truly alone on our journey. We are supported by a loving presence that knows our deepest desires and aspirations, and seeks to lead us toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. So let us embrace the wisdom of the divine roadmap, allowing it to light our path and guide us toward our true destination. For in following the guidance of the divine roadmap, we may just find that the journey itself is the destination, and that every step we take brings us closer to the realization of our highest potential. Divine guidance, navigating life's path with God's compass. Life is an intricate maze, filled with countless paths, choices, and uncertainties. In the midst of this labyrinth, we often find ourselves yearning for direction, for a guiding light to lead us through the darkness. Fortunately, amidst the confusion, there exists a divine compass, a celestial guide crafted by the hand of God, offering us direction and clarity on our journey. The divine compass is a beacon of light in the midst of life's storms, a compass that speaks to us through the whispers of our intuition, the subtle nudges of our conscience, and the synchronicities that weave themselves into the fabric of our existence. But navigating by this divine compass requires more than just following its needle. It demands a willingness to trust in the unseen, to surrender to the currents of divine will, and to embark on the journey with faith as our compass and love as our guide. Divine guidance often reveals itself in unexpected ways, in the form of a chance encounter, a sudden revelation, or a serendipitous event that alters the course of our lives. It is the still, small voice that speaks to us in moments of silence, the inner knowing that arises when we align ourselves with the flow of the universe. And as we learn to trust in the guidance of the divine compass, we discover that we are never truly lost on our journey. We are guided by a loving presence that knows our deepest desires and aspirations and seeks to lead us toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. So let us embrace the wisdom of the divine compass, allowing it to guide us through life's twists and turns and lead us toward our true destination. For in following the guidance of the divine compass, we may just find that the journey itself is a sacred pilgrimage, and that every step we take brings us closer to the realization of our highest selves. Divine signposts, navigating life's crossroads with God's guidance. Life is a journey filled with crossroads where the path forward is often obscured by uncertainty and doubt. In these moments of indecision, we yearn for guidance, for a signpost to illuminate the way ahead. Thankfully, amidst the fog of confusion, there exists a divine signpost, a celestial beacon fashioned by the hand of God, offering us direction and clarity on our voyage. The divine signposts are like whispers in the wind, subtle yet profound messages that speak to us through the language of our hearts, the rhythms of nature, and the synchronicities that weave themselves into the tapestry of our lives. But interpreting these divine signposts requires more than just observation. It demands a willingness to listen deeply, to quiet the noise of our minds, and attune ourselves to the subtle whispers of the universe. It means trusting in the unseen forces that guide our path and surrendering to the flow of divine will. Divine guidance often manifests in unexpected ways, in the form of a chance encounter, a sudden insight, or a serendipitous event that alters the course of our lives. It is the gentle tug at our soul, the inner knowing that arises when we align ourselves with the greater purpose of existence. And as we learn to trust in the guidance of the divine signposts, we discover that we are never truly alone on our journey. We are supported by a loving presence that knows our deepest desires and aspirations and seeks to lead us toward a life of fulfillment and joy. So let us embrace the wisdom of the divine signposts, allowing them to light our path and guide us through life's twists and turns. For in following the guidance of the divine signposts, we may just find that the journey itself is a sacred pilgrimage, and that every step we take brings us closer to the realization of our true selves. Divine whispers, embracing God's guidance in life's symphony. Life is like a magnificent symphony, with each moment composing a note in the grand orchestration of existence. Amidst the complex melodies and harmonies, we often find ourselves seeking guidance, yearning for a melody that resonates with our soul. Thankfully, amidst the orchestral crescendo, there exists a divine whisper, a celestial melody woven by the hand of God, offering us guidance and harmony in life's symphony. The divine whispers are like gentle melodies in the wind, softly caressing our hearts and souls with their ethereal beauty. They speak to us through the language of intuition, the rhythm of our breath, and the silent spaces between the notes of life's melody. But attuning ourselves to these divine whispers requires more than just passive listening. It demands a willingness to surrender to the music of the universe, to let go of our preconceived notions and open ourselves to the symphony of divine guidance. It means trusting in the unseen conductor who orchestrates the melodies of our lives and allowing ourselves to be carried by the currents of divine grace. Divine guidance often reveals itself in unexpected ways, in the form of a chance encounter, a sudden inspiration, or a serendipitous event that touches our soul. It is the quiet voice that speaks to us in moments of solitude, the inner knowing that arises when we connect with the timeless rhythms of existence. And as we learn to embrace the guidance of the divine whispers, we discover that we are not merely passive listeners in life's symphony, but active participants in its creation. We are invited to dance to the rhythm of the universe, to harmonize our souls with the divine melody, and to co-create a symphony of love and beauty that reverberates throughout eternity. So let us open our hearts to the divine whispers that surround us, allowing them to guide us through life's symphony with grace and ease. For in embracing the guidance of the divine whispers, we may just find that life itself is the most beautiful symphony of all, and that every moment is an opportunity to dance to the music of the universe.